I know you want to cry. I don't wanna walk away, wait till we faster. Walking straight with our chest up. I know we'll be just fine.
Okay.
There we go. All right, I'm Lieutenant Colonel retired Jason Jackson. I was a B-1 Weapon Systems Officer. I was an aide de camp. I was a strategic planner in the Pentagon at the Headquarters Air Force. Commander twice of Tactical Air Control Party units, and a war planner down at CENTCOM in MacDill Air Force Base.
All right. My name is Lieutenant Colonel retired Charlotte Jackson. I was a C-9 pilot and a C-130 pilot in the Air Force. Then I became an Air Force reservist and was an airlift execution and planning officer while in the reserves. And then I became a pilot for SkyWest, flew the CRJ 200, 700, and 900. And now I fly for Delta as a first officer on the 757 and 767.
In my opinion, what the Air Force is looking for candidates, whether it be a pilot or a navigator, combat systems officer, sensor operator, really just an officer in general, since that's kind of where we're focused on the flying world. First and foremost, they look for leadership capability. They want to be able to tell that an individual, from a young lieutenant all the way through the rest of his career, is going to be able to have the ability to lead the airmen that are beneath him. And that to be said, you don't have to come in as a lieutenant being the best leader. You're obviously going to be groomed over time, and the Air Force knows that. But they want to be able to see the potential from that. The other thing that they want to see, as far as aviation candidates in general, there's a lot of requirements which we can talk about later. But you know, they want a bachelor's degree at a minimum to be an officer. You got to have a pretty decent GPA, and that fluctuates depending on the needs of the Air Force. Physically fit, and there's some very stringent requirements as far as the physical requirements, I guess, to say that the medical side of the stuff for vision, your heart, your ears, just really your all around physical makeup there. But I don't know if you want to expand on that a little bit.
There are some height requirements and weight requirements because of the cockpit, but overall, if you're the average person or whatnot, you have to be able to pass a very stringent physical exam. But besides that, some of the bigger pictures as a candidate is just that bachelor's degree to start off with, and then the variables change every year from what the Air Force is looking for.
And I'll harp on the fact that people go, oh, bachelor's degree, then you have to have a 4.0 in physics. Well, to be an officer in the Air Force, you just have to have a bachelor's degree, honestly. And we always joke.
You could be in nursing.
Yeah, you could be in a nursing degree and go be a pilot. Or we always joke about having an underwater basket weaving degree, and as long as you have a degree, you could be an officer. And then the selection from there to go to flight school, there are some other requirements. But
So what GPA and what, is there a degree that would be, what GPA and what degree would make you competitive?
So as far as the GPA itself, there's kind of a baseline that they're advertising right now in the Air Force, at least I've seen. It's about a 3.3.
3.0? Oh, 3.3.
Yeah, 3.3.
Okay,
When I went through school, I knew folks that got selected for pilot training with a 2.8 or 2.9. Understandably, though, that they were in some of the tougher degrees, very hard engineering or physics.
But the degree doesn't necessarily matter. It really doesn't, whether you have a nursing degree or a physics degree or an aviation degree. When the Air Force is looking you as a candidate, it's the bachelor's degree, check.
Yeah. But if you want to, again, be competitive, you definitely want to have the highest GPA that you could possibly strive for. That's a really big box that they're really going to look to check. So if you come in with a 2.5 and you have another candidate that's a 3.8, there's a discriminator right there that they're going to go, well, this guy has a better GPA, so